Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They run here with the second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. The Chargers in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The big fella. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Chargers 0. Brandon McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He'll get that one to Carter complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
42-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Previously the understudy to Noah Fant, Albert Okwuegbunam finally gets a shot at the starting job in his 3rd season in the NFL. Plenty of us remember 4.49 40-yard dash in the 2020 Combine, so we know he's an athlete and can really stretch the field if they use him right in this offense. I'd say that play right there is a nice illustration of what to expect.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit on it. Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Running room at the 50. Look out. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Broncos. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, They've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Broncos 14, Chargers 7.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turn the ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up, because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Throw right side complete to Carter. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, Charles, I think you have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Charger drive about to get going.
1 second, all that remains.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch. Up the middle with Eckler.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
What a dynamic player Ekeler has become since going undrafted out of Western State. He was top 5 in rushing touchdowns and all-purpose yards last season while nearly getting his first 1,000-yard campaign on the ground. Somehow, he has yet to appear in a Pro Bowl. That seems likely to change this season.
It's Ekeler again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Ekeler. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Herbert.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too grip.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 26.
Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. I'll pick up with 2 yards. First down, Denver.
That would give up the middle to Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 38, Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
33 yards on the play. First down, Broncos.
Here's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Chargers 21. Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Herbert has it knocked free.
It's picked up by the Broncos. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Williams will try again, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
This is caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
The Charger drive about to get going. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Herbert.
Back-to-back catches here for Carter. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert now. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Room here to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And they'll indeed take a knee.